Hello parents, this is Mrs. McCrae. I just wanted to get on here and show you a part of their homework for this week. They're going to make a dice and wanted to show you the outcome of the dice. I would recommend, I use a little bit of glue. I would recommend maybe possibly using a little bit of tape to kind of hold it together, but it seems to be doing okay. It's a little kind of beat up a little bit, but it will still work. So our homework for this week, we have our spelling skills, our spelling words, where we're going to look, say, cover, and write. So here, as you can see here, I've started my homework. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back and review over what this should look like. So here, over here, we would look and say the word. Then we would copy and spell the word. And then we would cover and write the word. And then over here, we would check to see if our spelling is correct. Now, how do we know? We don't just come through and just, oh yeah, I checked it. Yeah, sure enough. And put a check mark here. The way I know that we have checked our homework is by going through and matching the letters. So let's try it with this third word. We have break. We have break. So we're going to, I just looked at the word and I just said the word. Now I'm going to copy. B-R-A-A-K-K-E. Okay, I've spelled the word. I've tried my best to use my best handwriting. Trying to make sure we don't have floating letters, even though those letters tend to float a little bit. We want to try to get them as close as possible to the line. So now I'm going to cover the word and I'm going to try to spell it based off of memory. So here I go. B-R-A-K and E. Okay. Now I'm going to uncover that word and I'm going to match this word with the word from the original list, not the copy and spell from this list. So now I'm going to start over here with this B. So I have B, B, R, R, A, K, K, E, and E. Okay, I've just checked my spelling word, so I'm going to put a check mark for step 4. Yay, I have checked my spelling. Okay, so next, I am going to do my homework. Notice there's a little motivation here at the top. Each day you'll have a little motivation. So we're going to do our daily language and we're going to do a daily reading. The daily language, this is actually an assignment that we would do in the mornings with the students, and then I noticed that they needed something else in the morning, so I would help to help support them based on what they need, whether it was enrichment or a review. So I started giving them some other stuff, but I want to make sure that we come back to this and they get the practice for this before the fast reading assessment. So they're going to have test questions that focus on the language. So I wanted to make sure that they're getting that review. They'll have a daily reading. Now this piece here, it's a fictional piece. And then next week they'll have an informational piece. So it'll go back and forth between fiction and informational, or fiction and nonfiction. So, and then they'll get 2 questions. Again, getting that practice on how to eliminate imposters, going back into that text, looking for that support, looking for that the support for the answer that they selected, finding their reason why they didn't pick certain things, and so on. So, moving on. So that's Monday night's homework. Tuesday, making meaning, where students will match the definition to the spelling words. So there's only 9 here. There's a little bit more here. There's 9 here. So they're matching the spelling word to the definition. And then after that, they're going to use their context clues to match the spelling word with the correct sentence. Okay. And then again, we have that practice of daily language, words of encouragement, daily reading. Now notice it is the exact same passage. So we had a cold read on Monday. We're warming up on Tuesday. And then we have using our context clues and a comprehension question. So these are some questions similar to what they'll see on the fast. It's a short practice opportunity. Okay, fun stuff. We're getting into the fun stuff. On Wednesday, we have some word practice. We have analogies and riddles, and we have to complete the sentence using our spelling words. So much fun, so much fun. So, analogies, type of riddle that makes comparisons. So as you can see, number 1 says gas is to go as blank is to stop. So we have to look at our spelling words to see which word is associated or has a relationship with the other word. And then again, here we go again with our daily language practice. Got a little bit of motivation there. And then again, we are warming up a little bit more with the same passage. However, we have different question types. Okay. And then here is where, ta-da, this dice comes into play. They're going to make this dice. So what materials will they need to make this? Some scissors to cut it out. It is a printout, so they'll need some scissors to cut it out. And then either some glue or a little bit of tape to kind of hold it together, as you can see here. And then they would use it. They would roll the die. Let's see, I got 6. Okay, that was my first roll. And then I'm going to roll it again, and I got 4. So what we're going to do, so 6 and 4, that makes 10. So I would come over here, and I would write, I rolled a 10. And so what's going to happen, my sentence that I write, I have to have 10 words in my sentence. So it says write a sentence for each spelling word. Before you write each sentence, roll a pair of dice. Well, we have this, so we're going to roll it twice. The total of dice will tell you, the total of the dice will tell you how many words should be in that sentence. Underline your words. So now the word that we're going to underline will be our spelling word. We're not going to underline every word. We're just going to underline that spelling word, okay? And then on the back, okay, after we do this, on the back of this page, we are going to make word pyramids. Here is an example of a word pyramid. Now, what I showed the students, I'm going to write the example that I showed the students today in class. I just used my first name. And so we're going to write, I'm just going to use my first, I probably need more space. Let's give some more space. So I'm going to write my first name. Okay. And then I'm going to go up. I'm going to go up and I am going to leave out a letter, creating a word pyramid. The funny part is it's easier said than done because you're used to writing your name, so you're used to, finishing out. So it's making you really think about where to stop. So I'm writing. Oops, see, I almost did it again. So it makes you really kind of stop and pause to create the word period. And then last, we have the M. And that's what they're going to do with their spelling words. They're going to make a little word pyramid, like so. And then after, well, let me say this, parents, because I know that my hope is while they're doing this on Thursday, my hope is that they're having a good time. They're having fun. And their brains are being challenged. They're, strengthening those neurons. They're creating new learning paths. That's my hope, that they're having a good time while doing this activity. However, if you notice your child is struggling with this, I would say go half. Try half of the words. If you notice, oh my gosh, you've been doing this for like 45 minutes and you're struggling, I would say pause. Drop me a note. You know, I had a struggle with doing this activity. Write me a little note. It's okay. Have them to do half, and you know, if they go, or have them to choose which ones they want to do. Still roll the dice if you notice that they have a, you know, struggle with this, or if you know Thursday night your time is packed. You know, your time is packed. Choose 5 from here. But if you're like, I have nothing to do, we have nothing to do, you know, I have free time, and you know what, I'm enjoying this, then attempt to do it all. But if you notice your child is struggling with the time to get this done, and it is a struggle to like get through it, and it's becoming more taxing than a learning opportunity, and then cut it in half. Choose some to select and go from there. And then this part should be pretty easy. But if this is a challenge, let's differentiate it and select the ones that, you know, let's say, you know, it's a struggle. So I'm going to choose carpet and candle and hockey, and so on. I'll choose those, and then I'll roll my dice, and then I'll write my sentences for those. Okay. Hopefully that helps, relieves any kind of stress that when you see this, oh my gosh, this is too much. Hopefully that helps. And then you have that daily language as well. So again, if this is too much, you know, bring it down. Write me a little note up in here. It doesn't have to be anything long. Hey, it was a challenge. We modified a little bit, or, you know, hey, we selected 3. Just acknowledging that it was a little challenging, but you did try and attempt, and I'm good. We're good with that. Okay, so then we have the daily language, some more encouragement here. And again, we have that short passage, and then we have a summary. On the FAST assessment, they will have to type a summary. So I want to continue practicing good format with this, handwritten summaries as well as typed summaries. I hope this video message finds everyone well, on all is well with your families. And if you have any questions about the homework, please send me a message through class tag, and I will get back with you. Have an amazing day.